Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for October 25th, 2010. This is Patrick Ceresna. So always to start off with the S&P 500 using that spider exchange rate fund symbol SPY. We had an attempted breakdown by the bears early in the week, which almost immediately got reversed by the bulls. At this stage, the bears have very little strength and follow through almost immediately. Every pullback is being bought. That at this stage starts to favor the idea that this market is going to come up for a test of that 121 to 122 area where the highs of the years came in. If that S&P is destined to make that move first before any pullback, then we would be looking for significant overhead resistance up there. At some point, this market is overdue for a profit-taking cycle, which could be even up to 5% in depth, which would be about 5 or 6 spider points on the downside. But that more than likely may come off of higher levels as the market needs to finish its move on the upside before beginning some sort of a pullback. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO. We basically seen some aggressive selling the other week, and then spent this entire week holding that 2150 to 22 support line down below. At this juncture, the regional banks, with all the foreclosure problems that are occurring there, are technically weak. And if there's if a broader market was to go through that 5% pullback that will inevitably happen, it could be the catalyst that drives the regional banks for a double bottom retest all the way down at the 20.5 to 21 area on the downside. So we'll be watching there. There's no technical evidence here that regional banks should be accumulated yet. At some point, there will be a good contrary play to buy these regional banks at cheap prices, but it's still too early to indicate any sign of that. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And what we see here is a market that very distinctly is not ready to let up. We had a very quick profit-taking cycle on the downside last week, which almost immediately reversed to the upside, driven by those casino stocks that are hot right now. If we have any breakout to a higher high from our April-May highs around this 123 area, then the window opens for a measured move that not only can target 126, but also has a completed measured move all the way up into the 128 to 130 area on the upside. So there's certainly room at this stage with that little pullback we had last week for there to be a breakout on the upside that follows through. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is symbol RUF, and all the foreclosure problems that are occurring with the financials and all the housing numbers that are coming out are at least dampening there from being any aggressive rallying in the Home Builders Index. But surprisingly, almost all selling is being contained and more or less very range bound, with basically between the 9 to 9.5 area at this point. If there's anything that in any way could be construed bullish on home builders, any break above the 9.5 area on the upside would immediately open the window for even a rally to 10.5 on the upside. So there is going to be some opportunity here, but what the catalyst will be, we don't know, and how long it will take for that is also something that we're going to be watching or observing to see how this plays out. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM, and more or less we had a rally that almost came up to the previous highs in that 107, 109 level. A little bit of a pullback and consolidation, but nothing bearish here yet. What's particularly interesting is that the natural gas commodity itself continues to weaken and head down to multi-year lows, and in the same time, the natural gas stocks have taken a little bit of profit taking during that pullback, but there's no real technical damage. What I could almost envision at this stage is that as soon as we continue to sort of wedge, if not pull back a little bit, maybe toward the 100, 102 level, maybe even a test of that 99 level below during consolidation while natural gas finds some bottoms. But once the commodity itself finds some sort of a low and reverses and bounces, at that stage, that could be the springboard from which this natural gas index would actually make an attack at that 107, 109 level, or even a potential breakout to a higher high. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 index, which is the symbol UKX. More or less, we had a rally all the way to the highs that were put in around the 575, 585 area, and those were key tops that all occurred there. So there should be some significant overhead resistance. But if the global markets on the equity side all are in any way construed bullishly on any major breakouts, then the FTSE, if it can get above this overhead resistance, has room to even go back to the highs that were even put around the 640 area up above. But now that's a multi-month forecast. At this juncture, we're anticipating, at least initially, there to be technical resistance up here in this 575, 585 area. There could even be that market pullback that we're looking for, which could see us even lose 5% of the value on the FTSE before it really bases and reverses back up. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.